Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of our live play of Robotech Arcadia, brought to us by Strange Machine Games, and along with that, it's three writers. Apologies: Justin Grolk, Timothy Grolk, and Jason Spurlock.
You've done it so seamlessly on the previous
Yeah, I
streams.
know. Caleb Spurlock. I don't know why I thought his name was Jason. I play with this man on the weekend almost every weekend, and here I am fucking up his name. But with that, I'm just going to hand it off to my guests here, who are our players, to say hello.
Hello, here we are.
Hello.
Once again.
Hey,
And now I also get to do something fun because we officially have I believe it's the completed full art piece of Robotech Arcadia's new cover, which I will now reveal here in a second, as I remember how to delete drawings. There we go. That is the new cover featuring so a new mecha that's well, not new. It's not new to the comics, but it hasn't actually had a thing or drawing in one of the RPGs. But with that, we're going to just quickly get right into it, and we're gonna jump over to Marzi. So Marzi, it's still your first day, and you're getting out of the doctor's office.
Yeah, it turns out that when you have a meat cone that's covered with like dust and dirt from inside, like, ventilation shafts and maintenance tunnels, it's not the best idea to eat it like I did, but I did.
Yeah, at least you
No
did.
regrets.
At least you did not lose all of the blood.
Ugh, yeah. Uh-oh. That sounds
No,
bad.
no. You're mostly fine. It was just a very upset stomach.
Okay.
The worst ailment.
not for that Zentradi constitution.
Exactly. I'm fine.
But you've been finally let out of the nurse's office, and you've been more or less given a whole map to explore of the Arcadia station with notes on where to go. And since this is your first day, do you have anywhere that you're specifically interested? Maybe you want to go get some more food, or explore one of the many towers, or one of the three towers that houses most of the things, or maybe even head over to the simulators.
Ooh, what's over in the simulators?
Well, they're simulators like a combat simulator.
Yeah, I think I want to do that actually. That sounds fun.
All right, yeah. So you managed to head on over there. They're on the upper floors of the academy, and luckily for you, they can be accessed at any time during school hours. And as you head on up there, it's actually fairly empty right now, at least. Some students are still milling about, talking about those two new kids who nearly won the simulation. Some people are making fun of, how they basically didn't look like they knew what they were doing, but other people are like, yeah, but they still nearly won.
Is that unusual? Do I know if it's like a really hard simulation?
You don't really know which simulation they're talking about, it seems. But from the way they're talking, it seems like they didn't, without knowing what they were doing or how to pilot the things, they were doing pretty well.
That sounds familiar. I'm gonna ask the person, do you know who their names were?
Not really. Well, one was and he kind of reaches up above even your head, like a yay tall Kabaran, and then the other one was
Oh.
and then he brings the hand way down, yay tall human, I think.
Oh yeah, that's probably Kadirk and Jado. They're my friends. I know them. They go to school with me.
Oh, neat.
So they almost beat it, huh?
Yeah, no, they almost beat the simulation. It was it's one that's supposed to use those new advanced 4th gen Veritechs.
Ooh, well, I want to try that.
Oh, well, go hop in one of the sims then. There's plenty of different options.
She's gonna go walk over there and find a sim to play.
Yeah, no, so you're able to get into the sim. This is a fully sealed sim. It's got a holographic screen and everything. It's got like a full holographic canopy and everything. And when you get in, it goes, welcome, welcome, cadet. Please choose simulation from the following list, and it lists off the following simulations: the Invid Horde simulation, Broken Ship simulation, Mars Base 1 simulation, Force of Arms simulation, Dogfight simulation, and the Fokker Field simulation.
I'll try the Force of Arms one. She'll select that.
Okay, Force of Arms. As the simulator loads, the white VR environment gives way to the dark abyss of space. The area around is quickly filled by massive Zentradi warships that number in the millions as they fill the darkness of the void. The emptiness is filled by innumerable vessels. The earth burns in the distance. The surface is scarred and inflamed from bombardment. Before you is the daunting and imposing supreme fortress of Dolza. This grand fortress lay ahead of you, behind you the SDF-1, with fighters and projectiles screaming past, alarms on the radar sound with deployment of hundreds of incoming fighters, and the impossible task of a great final stand of Earth. And you notice immediately you are placed in a VF. You're in a piloting of VF-1. When the old mainstay fighters from the first Robotech War. By these days, completely obsolete.
Well, this is awkward. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, and so we're going to immediately go into the comms phase. It's just you. There are hundreds of fighters, and you know that your mission is to either destroy the base ship or eliminate Dolza himself. Around you, debris of destroyed craft litter the space around you, and it's cluttered with thousands of Zentradi vessels per area, leaving a lot of room to maneuver around the massive vessels in many cases, which also bristle with weapons while deploying more fighters to strike at you.
Okay, I'm gonna go after Dolza because, honestly, there's a part of me that will, even in a simulation, would want to meet him and see if I can kick his ass. Even though I probably have no idea what I'm doing in this ship, I am gonna try.
Yep. So let me just get you the stats for the DF1.
Okay.
Just gonna copy those into the Roll20, and this will be a narrative conflict. So what that means is instead of it being you're targeting single dudes, this is a overarching, continuous fight.
Gotcha.
Okay, so finishing dropping things in here. Double check, did it say what fighter it was given? Okay, so I'll give you the 1R variant. Probably be more useful just to take a picture of all this. So I believe you do also have the book, I believe, for character creation, right?
Yes. One sec.
If you want to check out your Veritech, starts on page 99 on the right side.
Okay.
And you are equipped with the Super Pack, which is on page 104. Okay, let me know when you're ready to begin your communication phase.
Okay, I think I am ready. Although I have, I see the VF1, but I don't see the super pack on here. You said it was
104, I believe.
Okay. Let me see.
Yep, 104. It's right in the middle. And it carries over onto page 105.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay,
And
cool.
so the VF1 Super Pack just adds on all of its bonuses to your regular VF1.
Okay.
Okay, so as I said, there's hundreds of enemy fighters, thousands of ships, and then on top of that, this massive, massive ship in the shipyard in the back.
Okay, so
There's
for oh,
okay.
sorry, go on. No, go on. It's fine.
No. I was gonna do more, explain or more like session or setting length stuff. So what were you thinking?
That's fine. You can say that, but I was just gonna see like where how like if I can get through to try to like just get trying to get past like the nobodies up here. Like obviously I'm
Okay.
probably going to have to engage a little bit, but just kind of like looking or talking to like if I have a simulated squad, I don't
Yeah.
know if I have others, but like to tell them like hey, I'm going in, like I'm going to go for this.
Yeah, no, you can call that out over the simulated radio, and there's just it's a hectic radio communication. Fighter pilots all around you are like in this desperate struggle for the Earth's final hours. They might need, they might not even have heard you over all the shouting that's going on as you dive in headfirst straight towards Joel's ship. So in that case, we can just jump straight into the. Sorry, I just noticed someone got banned, so I'm assuming they posted a link.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, I'm working on that. You can just move straight to the ops phase. So if you
Okay.
want to just like attack and defend, or maybe do something else to get around it.
Yeah, I think that for this round, I'm gonna like attack and defend, like just kind of the nearest ships as I try to like break off from the rest of the formation to get in to where my goal is.
Mhm.
And does this kind of work the same way? Like, do I use because I can't remember if I don't think we've actually used I don't think I've used like a mecha or any vehicle yet. You use this equipment suite as a skill, right? But you
Yep, you
still
can
have
just
to use a skill as well,
yep.
or
So you just add it to the skills you're rolling already.
oh, okay. So you roll two skills as normal, and then you add this in for rolls. Okay,
Yep, you just
cool.
get a bonus, and it doesn't count to your your like limit.
Oh, it does. Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Yep, because you're working smarter, not harder.
Nice. And the limit is 5 again, correct? Yeah, burnout 5. All right,
Yep.
cool. So I will use man at arms and rapid fire, which is 5, just for my
Okay.
skills for this. And then so I guess if I'm attacking, I will roll. Where is it? This is the one on 104, I think. So what exactly do I roll to add for like an attack on this one?
So you just say that you're rolling for an attack, and you'd be adding in whatever equipment suite you want. So, like, let's say you want to do it while like unleashing a barrage of missiles, you could use like the mini missiles equipment suite, or maybe even like the release the hounds equipment suite.
Ooh, okay, I see. Um, we'll do the missiles. Let's see. I was trying to find where they were on here. Let's see. The mini missiles.
Mini missiles,
Oh,
page
then I
101.
have to go to 101. Okay,
Yeah, unfortunately, you're gonna have to do a little bit of jumping here.
that's okay. Luckily, I have a PDF, so it is easy. Let me find them. Tactical missiles. Okay, so I have two uses of them. I is that like per combat? I assume or
That is total.
total. Okay, so I'm going to use my first,
Mhm.
and that's 4. So I guess total I have a 96 that I'm rolling.
Yep.
So that is only 2 5s. Oh, goodness, in that whole thing.
And I do.
That was the roll.
And
It looks cool, but
yeah, no, you like fire off. So like, do you want to re-roll that with one of your re-rolls? They did come back.
Yeah, I'll re-roll that. That was pretty bad. Just like, okay, re-roll that. Okay, that's much better. That's
Yep.
2 6s, 1, 2, 3, 4 5s.
Yep. Unfortunately, I don't. What were your talents again? Actually, as I need to open those up
My talents.
because you normally don't have proficiency in like EF
Oh,
ones
okay. I
unless
have
you.
built tough, so I don't think I have
Unfortunately, the fives won't count, but the sixes will. I'm just
rats.
gonna say
Okay.
that this is basically the plane. The plane you're flying is so old that it's more common like flight sim knowledge thing. So you won't suffer, full disadvantage, but you're suffering a hindrance, which that basically means sixes will still count, and they still count for 2.
Sweet.
And how are you dividing that up between attack and defense?
So 2 each, so that's 4. I'll go half and half.
Okay. In that case, I just need to finish rolling something on my end.
Living my myriad dreams here.
Mm-hmm. Technically, you're living the max side of it, which is...
That's true. That's okay. I guess he's cool too. I guess. I mean, he was a human, but whatever. I guess I have to pretend to be a human right now.
Okay. So, as you fire away with your missiles, the missiles seem to track onto some of them and explode, but they explode early under the barrage of fire that the enemy is laying out towards you. And you actually take some hits as one of the fighter pods comes by and strafes you with its nose cannon. And luckily for you, your armor takes it. But it is definitely
Hey,
not
no
a,
fair.
nice feeling of feeling, yourself being thrown around this cockpit. Which it seems to simulate impacts pretty well.
Oh, great. It is just like the simulations. All right, so I will be thrown around in the cockpit.
Yep. So we'll just jump straight into the next round.
Okay, I think same thing. I'm gonna keep going, but I'm not gonna fire missiles. Let's see.
Well, you do have some of the equipment suites from the Super Pack.
Yeah, I might do that. Let's see. So do the boost, like the enhanced boosters, so that says it increases the response and precision. So
Mm-hmm.
is that something I can do to like improve how easy it is to hit, or does it do something else?
What? I'll let you, say that yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay, so I'm gonna like hit the boosters, to try to like zoom away from all these ships that are just like attacking and blowing up my
Mm-hmm.
missiles prematurely. And then what do we have? Ooh, what is that one? No, I'm gonna wait on that.
Could always
We'll
try the
do.
massive power.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that one. Let's
Okay.
try massive power because we're already doing thrusters here. So
So in this
gonna try
case,
to
because you have both
maneuver
your
out.
thrusters, you have 4 dice on this.
Okay, so I am going to use for my skills, I'll use close quarters and rapid fire because I'll
Mm-hmm.
just be kind of like trying to dodge like as much as I can, like just like
Yeah.
spamming like whatever it is that I use to like roll out of the way. So that'll be, you said that was 3 total, so I think that is 8 total.
4.
Oh, 4. Okay, so
Yep.
it should be, I'll roll one more. Well,
Okay.
that was 2 6s again.
Well, you know what? With 4 successes, how are you going to split them up?
I'm gonna go all defense because I want to get to my actual target here.
All right. All right, yeah, you're able to this time. You're deftly maneuvering, and you pull up alongside like one of the assault carriers that the Zentradi has, a massive ship that you might have even seen before they were like more or less scrapped. It's massive, thing that's over 3,000 meters long, and you're scraping against the hull as cannons are firing along. Fighters are trying to pull in on you. things are exploding, and then you see like the SDF-1. You see in like your rear view mirrors that you have the SDF-1 leans in and punches the thing and causes it to start exploding. As you pull away, the explosion's taking out the fighters behind you.
Oh, that was cool.
And at this point, you're finally able to get close enough to enter into the Zentradi base ship where Dolza is.
Excellent.
And he's somewhere in here. Within the fortress itself, you notice that this is a massive open space centered around one massive pillar. And within the base, however, is like factories, shipyards, cargo bays, cloning tanks, barracks by the kilometers. This thing is just absolutely massive, and you're now in the middle of it. Luckily, it seems most of the ships on the inside have deployed, but there are still some ships and fighters that are chasing you in through here.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna try to like you said there's like a big pillar in the center of this. I'm gonna try to like boost up to the pillar and then like swerve away at like as last possible minute as I can as people like and just do things like
Yeah.
that to try to again just more evasive maneuvers, just single-mindedly locked on this target that I
Yeah.
want to fight.
All right. Yeah. No. In that case, feel free to roll.
Okay, I will do. Let's see. I might do thrusters again, or let's see if there's anything else on here, because I have a lot of options on this thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty cool.
More options is always better, unless they're bad options. Then they're bad.
Yes, it's true. That is true. Okay, let's. I don't want to transform yet. Let's see. I will. I think that what is that? No, I'm not gonna do that yet. Dang, there's again options.
Mm-hmm.
I will
Options
use
within
that
options.
fast. Yes. Okay, that's just the missile launcher, and then I'll just use the boosters again because it's kind of like just trying to bait them into maybe like running into the pillar, or, like running into
Mm-hmm.
something. And I will also use close quarters and man at arms. So that's 9d6 again. That is oh no, that's no successes at all.
Oh.
Oh no, this is gonna be bad.
So, as you manage to fly in, you move to get as close to this thing as possible, and you yank the stick back into your stomach, trying to pull against the G-forces, but you pulled away a little close. And while you don't like explode, you bounce off of it almost, and get sent tumbling as this cockpit starts tumbling around you.
This is not how that was supposed to go.
And luckily for you, though, the enemy fighters that were behind you chasing you don't seem to be able to get off a hit on your amazing death-defying, maneuvers. And one of them even crashes into the center pillar, opening up a hole for you into the main command structure.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that was I totally meant to do that. Totally. All
Yep.
right, I'm gonna like just zoom through that hole then.
All right, you go through the hole and start going into the vertical of this tunnel, doing your tunnel chase. You got two fighters still behind you, doggedly trying to pursue you. Before they are actually, before both of them are shot down behind you and replaced by a female power armor
Oh,
that seems to want to kill you.
who's that? Oh, damn. I mean, valid, but
Look, they want the kill.
true. So is she in like fighter form right now, or did she transform?
So the female power armor is just the big, bulky.
Oh, right.
It's kind of like the one that Klon uses in
Yeah, the one I want.
Yep.
Yeah. I admire it as she comes in to try to kick my ass. Okay, okay. So oh, this is tempting. All right. I think I'm just gonna actually like circle around and dogfight with her for a second because
Okay.
I'm just like she's cool. I want to see how this goes.
All right. Yeah. So you start like maneuvering around this tunnel, trying to get her to overshoot, trying to get a good lock on her, and she's gonna try and do her best to shoot you down.
All right. Should I go ahead and do
Yep. Yep.
my roll and see? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do kind of like the same thing I've been doing. I have 2 6s, so 4 successes. And I'm gonna do one or no, I'm gonna do 2 and 2 again, like half defense and half trying to shoot at her offensively.
Okay. And what are you using? Just
I
for reference.
I will use hold on, it was one of the missiles. Let me see. I am gonna use that's a good one. I'll do release the hounds actually and use the like deploy the mini missiles because she's pretty close to me, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You
So
guys are like
okay,
spinning around this tower as
right.
you're still flying upwards towards where Dulz is supposed to be.
You know what? No, no. I'll use Power of Odin because like this is just too fun. I'll see how
All
this
right.
goes. So that would be so yes, I still did. It was still 9. That doesn't change what I rolled.
Yep. And so you're gonna split it 2 and 2. You sure?
Yep. We'll just go 3 attack and 1 defense. I'm just gonna like see what happens here.
Okay, yeah.
I might
So as
might
you two
regret
start
this.
going around this tower, the wrists on her mecha drop down as she starts unleashing the tri-barreled cannons inside of her wrists, trading rounds with you as you transform yourself. Getting the whole arsenal to unload on her. Missiles, lasers, your autocannon, everything firing away, and you actually manage to impact her a couple of times, and you don't defeat her, but you do scare her off. But she's unable to actually hurt you.
Aw, bye.
And as you finally go up into the top of the tower, you burst through one of the doors with a couple of well-placed mini-missiles that are met face to face with the gigantic Zentradi of Dolza himself.
Oh, there he is.
And he stands before you, ready to face you. And he has pulled out a very large, power-bladed weapon.
Ooh, fun. Okay. I think I am probably going to transform here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I think that does that actually that gives me that's technically a skill or like an
So
equipment,
if
right?
you
Or
transform, you can use that, but you don't have to use that one. If you want to just say you transform and then use a different equipment suite, you can.
okay. Let me see what I have here. Okay. I think I will transform and then I will use the gun pod and my integrated lasers. I can do that, right? Like use both
Yeah,
of
yeah. You
those.
like you can use them both thematically. You fire away with that. You're gonna use like
Okay.
the equipment suite on the gun pod.
Yes.
All right, the heavy burst. So you will pen one armor, which he is wearing armor, the Imperial grade armor.
Mhm. Yeah, so let's go after that. How do I roll on that one? I'm trying to find it.
For the heavy gun pod, I believe it is 2
Mhm.
dice.
Okay, cool.
Or heavy burst for the gun pod, rather, I should say.
Okay, and we're gonna go back to rapid fire, and you know what? No, I'm gonna use close quarters, man at arms. I am gonna take a stress. Is all my stress gone from that from like when
Yep.
I was sick? Okay, great. Okay, so I will take a point of stress.
Yep, they
So
gave you
that'll be
peppermints.
oh hell yeah. Okay, well that helps. So then that'll be a total of 8d6 if it's the gun pod and those two skills. Let's see. That would be well, I got one.
That's 2
One
successes.
6,
Well, you can
2
always use your other
successes.
reroll. I suggested as I hear you rapidly typing up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Well, that was worse. Yay! That's okay.
Well, remember, you only have to reroll the dice that don't succeed.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
So I'll let you do a reroll with just the 7
Okay.
dice. You still
So
got
just-
1 6 at 1 6.
Oh, well, that's nice of you. Okay. Nope.
I was trying to
got
be nice.
I know it's okay. I will use. I guess I'll just use 2 to hit him and hope he doesn't whack me too bad this time.
All right. Yep. So you managed to quickly fire away, and you managed to score some hits on him. And it looks like some of it actually managed. The gun pod managed to go through his armor and hurt him, fairly badly by the look of it, seeing as he's only wearing the equivalent of like very fancy infantry armor. And as you like go in to try and finish him, he brings up this massive power blade and hits you, doing double checking here. Where was it? Yes, here we go. Okay, so it ignores 1 point of mecha armor, and he got 5 successes. So you'll be taking 4 damage total. So you'll have to just.
Oh boy.
Well, here's the thing. Luckily, you can just break off some of your hard points that you have, like your super pack.
Okay, I probably want to do that. Let's see. Cause so I have 2 armor, so and then
And he pens
yeah,
1.
Okay, so one of that is gone. And so my hardware points, so I have 4. So that means like if I sacrifice some of that, I will probably also will I lose equipment as well?
Like the hardware points are like your gun pod or your super pack parts.
Okay.
Because you have 2 from the super pack that it gives you.
So so I think then I will yeah, I'll let it take like 3 of my hardware points. I guess I can split like I don't know, I'll take 2 off the super pack and 1 off the regular hardware.
Okay.
So down.
So in that case, you manage. So you take the 2 off the super pack, which causes both of the massive boosters that it has to explode as you're forced to detach the boosters on your legs afterwards. And what 2 pieces of hardware are you losing on your regular Veritech, on your VF1?
Well, let's see. I will lose. Will you lose the hands if that's an? I'm just like, what can I get rid of?
Anything marked with an H.
Anything with an H, I can get rid of. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. Okay, that's like all my good stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I know it's okay. It's better than like just being done. I guess. See, I guess I will take away. Well, we're already close. I guess I'll get rid of the integrated lasers, like keep the head lasers,
Yeah.
but let the integrated lasers go, and then let the missile hard points go.
All right.
Damn.
Yeah.
No more missiles.
Yeah, you lose the last use of your missiles and your integrated lasers that are inside of the nose, but you're still in this fight for this last combat round. As things start to shake around you, if you don't defeat him now, you won't be able to escape in time.
Okay, so it's got to be everything I got this round. So
Mhm.
I will. Okay, so this time I already used some of my good abilities, but not all of them. Let's see what I have. Okay, well, nope, I can't do that. No missiles here.
Well, you do have your other use of the gun pod.
I will use the gun pod.
Mhm.
And I can't do that one. Yeah, so I'll do the gun pod. Cannot do massive power right now. I will just do that. Can I fire the gun pod? I guess like the gun pod and my head lasers because I'm close to him.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try to shoot at like whatever like weak point in his armor or like what I've already opened up
Yeah.
in his armor.
Oh, I getcha. All right, yeah. So roll for it.
Okay, I believe that this is a total. Okay, because I'm going to use close quarters and man at arms again. That's 6. Gun pod was 2, and then what are the lasers? Um, Sorry, as I like scroll back and forth.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm slow. It's like look through everything. Uh,
So if you're using the heavy burst, it's 2 dice.
Yeah, we'll do that. So that
Okay.
is a total of 10. Actually, let's see if this is good because I don't have a reroll left. All right, let's do this. No!
Oh.
No! I tried. This is why I'm a Marine.
And unfortunately, as you move to try and put the rounds into him, he grabs your gun and breaks it in half before bringing his power bladed axe up and bringing it down towards the cockpit before the simulation ends, saying pilot killed, mission
Yeah,
failed.
her like Destroid is just like bunny kicking the whole time, just like futilely.
Hmm.
Damn it! I tried. Oh well, that was fun.
And the cockpit eventually opens after a minute, and luckily for you, there wasn't like too many people around to see that, and all of them seem to be students. So there's not really too many people here to heckle you.
That's good. I kind of just
No one
look
saw what
around.
happened,
I don't see anyone I know, so
but with that, you manage to get out of the cockpit. And at this point, it's getting kind of late after being sick for part of the day, and you feel it's time to probably head in, unless you decide to like go out somewhere and grab something to eat.
after that, I need chocolate. So I'm gonna go like find some kind of dessert place on the way back.
Oh yeah, you find like a small little like dessert place, and you grab like a slice of cake or something, or chocolate cake or something.
Just shoving that in my mouth as I head back to
Hmm.
our little dorms or wherever it is we're staying.
Yep. So as you enter in, the dorms are co-ed, but they're split down the hallway. So on the right side are the men, on the left side are the women, and you are sharing a room with someone, it seems, and you're actually right across from Kadurk and Jato's place.
Oh, nice.
And as you enter your room, you notice that the person there that you're bunking with is already in there and has claimed one of the 2 beds on the room. Oh, hello there.
Oh, hi. I'm Marzi. Who are you?
My name is Rinko. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, Rinko.
And you kind of like have this sense almost like, how when you meet someone and you're really not sure if you should trust them?
Uh-oh.
Kind of like one of those, like the emergency, the natural self-defense system is kicking in. What's going on here?
Oh no. Is she what bed did she take? Did she
She
take the top or the bottom?
she
Or
took
are
the
they top and bottom?
they're right and left side of the room.
Oh, okay.
Um, you do know that from what you can see, she's just kind of like laying on her bed, just kind of looking at you, smiling. So I guess you're my roommate.
Yeah, I guess so. Want some cake? And she holds out like the half-eaten piece of cake that she had.
Yeah, Rinko will, take her finger and, take a little bit of the cake onto it and eat it off of her finger and just go, Well, I hope that the both of us will be able to get along going forward.
Yeah, me too. Have you tried that simulation, by the way? That thing is hard.
Oh, yes, I was doing one of the ones with another student earlier, and, though I don't think they liked how the results turned out.
Oh, why not?
Well, they got in the way of my missiles, and, well, what was I supposed to do but shoot down the enemy even if they were there?
Oh, well, I mean, like, I guess that means you won, but I think we probably don't want to do that in the field if we can help it, right? Like friendly fire, you know.
Oh, of course, I would never want to hurt someone in the field.
Oh, I'm sure you wouldn't.
But it's getting a little bit late. I should probably head to sleep. Good night.
Okay. Good night. And like inwardly, I'm like, what is wrong with this person?
And so
uh,
you manage to at some point get to sleep just because of the sheer stress of the day, and unfortunately this causes you to wake up late in the morning.
no, damn it. Here we
Luckily
go.
you're not like too late that you're gonna be late to class, but you are going to have to run to class with a piece of toast in your mouth.
Of course.
And so you decided to sign up for the Marine course.
hmm
And so you managed to sprint. You managed to sprint there with some food in your mouth and get there. And there's a couple other students milling about. No one you know, unfortunately. Um, and after a little bit, you get there. A man enters the classroom, and he kind of like looks over everyone and goes, "All right, take your seats." And then like goes over to the digital chalkboard and starts scrawling his name. My name is Jay Aarons. If you call me sir, I will have to beat you. I do work for a living, and legally I am supposed to say that as a joke.
uh, yes, mm, errands?
We're not friendly like that yet.
Oh, okay. She like looks crestfallen at her desk, but just starts like taking her notes. I don't know. Do we have like tablets or
Yeah,
anything?
yeah,
Like
you
I don't
guys
know.
have like tablets and that stuff.
Okay.
All right. So as it said, in your tablets, this unit's just meant to cover the various basic aspects of seeking a career in the military. It'll examine military history, etiquette, physical practice, basic training, drills, and other programs similar to what the CDF does. This will also count as accelerated training towards whatever career you decide to join when in the military. I'm also supposed to work out any of you who, well, shouldn't be there. Hopefully. Is there any questions?
She is not asking any questions.
All right. And the class doesn't seem to have too much going on for the first day. Mainly they're getting you fitted for new uniforms, training uniforms, that stuff. Because as part of the military class, when you show up for this class and other classes, you will have to wear like a cadet's uniform.
Mhm.
As that's part of being in the military, wearing your uniform and stuff. And eventually, you guys get fitted with all of your stuff. Luckily, they had plenty of stuff to go around this class year, and you managed to more or less have everything you need. Um, there's a couple other students here who all seem to kind of be going through it, and then eventually one of them asks, "So, Teach, uh, what the hell makes you qualified? You don't even have like a military rank." And Aaron's kind of stops for a minute and thinks about, like, he seems to be thinking about how to answer this question. before eventually going, I have more experience on the battlefield than you have alive. So, I think that qualifies me. And eventually,
How? Tell us about it.
legally, I
Like,
cannot tell you about 80% of it. And the other 20% I don't
oh.
like talking about.
Oh.
I'm just here to make sure that you learn what you need to and get onto your other classes without hopefully killing each other. Or dying.
Yeah, hopefully not. I
Now,
awkwardly look
yeah.
around. Is Rinko in here? Is she in this
No,
class?
she's not in this class,
Okay.
it seems.
Okay, then we might not be. We may get out of it without people killing each other. Cool.
And eventually this kid, this larger kid, big, muscular, you're not sure if he's human or Zentradi, but he's got muscles the size of a Kavaran's. Like, he's done
Dang.
nothing but bodybuild his entire life, and he's like, you can't be that bad. I bet I could take you in a fight. And Aaron's just kind of like, he almost looks disappointed, like, great. Alright, fine. You want to test me? Come up and do it. Just remember, you signed papers saying that I'm not responsible for any injuries during class. And the big guy's like, yeah, don't worry, I got this. And he goes and tries to throw like a wild haymaker, in which Aaron's just like, you identify this as basically almost second nature for him. Quick dodge, grabs the arm, and literally rips it out of its socket.
Uh-oh.
With like a sickening. And the guy goes down on the ground and like crying out in pain, grabbing his shoulder. Like,
I'm so glad I only had toast this morning.
yeah, one of the other students there doesn't seem so glad that they had breakfast.
Oh my god. And I'll just kind of like get up and like run. I mean, like this kid is a jerk, but like I'll get up and like run up there to try to give some kind of first aid
Well,
to him.
all right. And Aaron's will kind of look at you and go, well, at least you know something about being in the military. You immediately, after seeing your comrade was hurt, ran up and in a combat situation would likely be dead. No offense. But you do seem to at least, have the first aspect of the soldier in you, which is making sure that you try to help each other get through your goals, since it is a team effort. Now, try to put his arm back in his socket.
Okay. I'll try. He's not dead, is he?
No. Just got a dislocated, arm.
Okay, he didn't like actually like rip it out. Like
No, he did not
out.
He didn't
Okay. That's still
Chewbacca rip the arm off.
That was my first thought. I was like, oh, that's still very.
Oh yeah.
That's intense. Okay. Hey. I think I don't even know your name. I don't know your name at all. But I think this might hurt. Okay. Like
it
just
already hurts. Just fix
here,
it.
hold on. Get on this, and I'm gonna grab like a book or something, whatever I have, to like give him to bite on it while I try to like shove it back in. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'll try. I probably saw this on a vid or something. I don't know. Do you want me to roll anything?
Yeah,
or
you
just,
can roll for it.
Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna roll. Well, I'll say man at arms because, like, I probably have had some basic first aid.
Yeah, you're Zentradi. Some of that's just basically ingrained.
We have to do this kind of thing. It's fine. And I guess I will also roll. I'll make. You know what? I'll use rallying cry. I'll just like like while I do this because it's actually kind of grossing me out. And that'll just be my rallying cry for 5d6. Please. Oh hey, that's a 6 and a 5.
All right, yeah. So you're able to. Yeah, luckily, you don't have you don't have any hindrance here. So you just. It takes you a second because the guy, the arm is kind of flopping there because it's not working anymore. And he's in a lot of pain, and he bites down on the book you gave him, and you eventually just get it to go just right and right back in, and he seems relieved, and you manage to like get the book out of his mouth, and he's left like 3-inch teeth marks into this thing.
I think it was an Idol magazine. Well, I guess it's okay. I didn't like her that much anyway. Are you okay? We should probably get you back to your desk. I'll try to help him get up.
Yeah, like you're able to get him up, and Aaron's just like tosses like 2, space ibuprofen to him. Like, there, take it with some water, you'll be fine, just rub some dirt on it. And the rest of class goes smoothly. No one says anything stupid or attempts to, fight the teacher.
After that, yeah.
And eventually, class does wrap up, and you're able to quickly get. I'm assuming you leave quickly, or do you stay behind to talk with the teacher?
I'll linger behind a little bit, like not. Yeah, I'll stay behind. Are other people staying behind to talk to him, or did they just clear out?
Most of them are immediately clearing out.
Professor, is that's what I'm supposed to call you, right?
I guess it
Or what?
works.
Okay, because you said not sir, so I won't do that. Yeah, so that was really cool, but also a little scary, maybe. Are we gonna learn how to do that?
Well, yes. What kind of military training would it be if you didn't learn how to dislocate someone's arm at minimum?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, cool.
Though I have to admit, I'm used to starting younger.
Like how young?
Legally, I have been told by my lawyers I'm not allowed to continue the statement.
Gotcha. All right, well, that was a great class. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye. Then she kind of
Yeah.
scrambles out.
Yeah, no, you scramble out, and you manage to get out of there entirely and avoid having to have your arm ripped out, luckily. And as you finally get a little bit away from the classroom before stopping to catch to kind of center yourself, you end up in the main hub structure, which has a like large outdoor area. Has the biodome, and it does also have just like a whole ass beach on it. Artificial, but a beach.
Ooh, cool. Okay. I'm
And
gonna just
so,
like
yeah,
look around, see if I spot my friends or my roommate or anything.
sadly for you, or luckily for you in some parts of that, you don't really see any of them. Though you do see some people playing volleyball. So there seems to be 2 different teams of it.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to them and see what
Alright.
they're up to.
Yeah, so you have 2 different teams there. There's one which seems to have mainly humans, maybe Tyroleans on it. Maybe some Zentradi. And the other team has like Kabarans and Garudans and stuff. It seems to be separated, and you immediately see why, as the Kabaran gets a ball, gets the ball knocked up towards him, and then he just spikes it with such force that probably would have taken like a human's arm off if they tried to block it, or at least really hurt.
Ooh, that looks fun. Hey, I'll need another player.
And the match, when they hear you call out over that, the rest of them are like, the rest of them will kind of look over you and they're like, oh yeah, they don't seem to answer it first until a Praxian amongst their rakes, a very tall, basically space Amazon. She looks over to you and goes, sure, we were actually looking for new members for the volleyball team in general.
Okay, I'd like to join. That looks fun.
Have you ever played volleyball or uh, variations of it?
Yeah, I played something like that before. I think I can figure it out by watching.
Well, in that case, come on over and we can get you see how well you do in the match. And for this, I'm just going to ask you for a quick roll,
Sure.
basically just to see how well you do.
Okay, so just what would you like me to roll? Just like
Yeah, just a straight roll.
just a d6 or
Oh no, you
anything?
can just roll like a full skill test.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'll do. There it is.
All right. Well, 4 successes. You do pretty well on holding your own. They actually place you, the Praxian, and Kabarin up against a Tyrolean triumvirate who they're acting like all three of them as one. With the moment that, like, when one of them notices something, all three of them react and move without having to say a single word. Like, which is more or less because how triumvirates are created. They have a direct, basically, neural link to each other.
See, that can't be fair.
At
Oh
the
well.
same at the same time, on your side, you have a giant bear who is spiking as hard as possible, and like a 7 foot tall, Amazonian, along with you, who
Is she Zentradi or is she just like a really tall? Like, is she something else?
she's a Praxian. They're
Oh,
just
okay.
yeah, they are just space Amazonians.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Well,
And eventually, with your role, the team manages to overcome the triumvirate just through sheer repetitive force, tiring them out eventually. And you guys manage to eventually win the match, and the Praxian goes, it seems like you did adapt pretty well there.
yeah, did my best. I bet I'll get better too if I play more.
Indeed. Would you like to officially join the volleyball team?
Yeah, that would be really fun.
Alright. In that case, I should let you know that the upcoming King of the Iron Volleyball is coming up.
Is that like a big tourney or something?
Mm-hmm. It's a tournament that covers all of Mars.
Oh, wow. I guess we're gonna have to practice a lot.
Indeed. We had a full team before, but unfortunately one of the members just had to go home before the tournament actually happened.
Well, I mean, if you need somebody, I can do my best.
Indeed. In that case, welcome to the team.
Thank you.
We can get you a uniform tomorrow or something if you want.
And I'm Marzi, by the way. What's your name?
Oh, my name is. I had a name written down here.
And now
But
you
where
have
is
to
it?
find it.
Where's the name? Where's the name, Manson?
Sci-fi name generator, go.
My name is Ao Nakatomi.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And with that, you finally get your, you finished that up, and you managed to, finally get some time to yourself. And at this point, though, uh, with it kind of leaning it more towards the evening, the three of you actually meet back up at your dorm after, Jato's finished up working, and Kadirk, you finished up your part of night school.
Uh
Which you did get that teacher's name at the end of it, by the way. It was Den Bixen.
Den Bixen. I like it.
But you three of you finally managed to get back around to the dorms around the same time and finally see each other since, that fateful day on that space station that you're not legally allowed to talk about.
All right. I guess I come home, or we all meet up in the dorms.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like my character would have some leftover drink from the night shift that I just worked, and it's like, here you go. Here's some Martian brew. I don't actually know what it's called, but here, have some. The boss gave it to me. I'm giving it to you now. Congratulations.
Ooh, thanks.
Yep.
Henrik's not quite as enthusiastic, but he'll take some.
Yeah,
She'll eat or drink anything.
Yeah, it's an unlabeled can. There's
Oh,
like
hell yeah.
probably one purple one and one blue one. It's just indistinct otherwise.
All right.
Yeah,
So which
Marcy
one?
chugs that shit.
So do you take the purple or blue one, Marcy, since you're drinking first?
I'll take the purple one.
All right. So you start drinking it, and it is alcoholic. You can tell. Which luckily you guys are pretty much all of age. And then you notice that you can see your veins through your skin, and they're like glittery and rainbowy.
Whoa. I've never noticed before, but my veins are so pretty. I wonder if they did that in the vat.
The rest of you can also see this, by the way, as she turns into a small disco ball.
Yeah. Henrik's like slowly setting the can down and just sliding it back onto the table. Like, this was a bad idea.
Oh yeah, that drink. It was pretty popular with the other dorm guys, but I don't know. Maybe I hope your roommate doesn't complain about it too much. You might be going there for a while.
Oh yeah, my roommate. she's interesting.
Who's your roommate?
Her name is Rinko.
If Jato was holding anything in their hand, they immediately drop it on.
Yeah, no, you were holding like your bottle of water that you've probably been drinking for the shift, which now goes clattering to the ground.
I guess we do the whole like head side routine, and Jato will like basically look behind him and say, make sure that there's not some snake just peering out from the corner and all that whole paranoid business.
You're like 75% sure there's no Rinko around, no higher.
That's not great odds, honestly.
I don't know about that Rinko girl. She has a particular interest in the three of us, and I'm not entirely certain why.
Are you the ones that she was with when she said that she shot through some of her teammates in the simulation?
Actually, we were there when it happened. There was a really big fellow who, but I will have to say is that she's a phenomenal pilot.
Of course she is.
She could probably school any of us any time of the week, but she seems utterly ruthless, and I generally don't want to be on any side of that, either giving or receiving. But if she's your roommate, I suppose it's probably, well, I'd say it's probably better to be friends than not, but I don't think you're honestly going to have a choice. So make the most of it.
Friends might be a strong word.
Yeah.
Work associates, but otherwise, she's in the engineering course with me, or at least just one so far. Hopefully, well, we'll find out if I see her again later in the week.
Why is
otherwise,
you said she was interested in the three of us. What do you mean by that?
I wish I could tell you more. I just think that she's you. I guess you've already gotten the idea that she she makes herself known in various ways, whether it's up front in your face, or just kind of lurking behind you. And I haven't seen her do that with anybody else, just
Hmm.
us. It's possible that she's everywhere, and like Jato trails off as he says that, and
Maybe she's
his
a
eyes
clone.
shift back and forth. But otherwise, she might just she just might be a talented student. Maybe I'm just reading too much into things, but I guess
Um,
watch your back.
Thanks. My teacher pulled somebody's arm out of its socket today. That was really cool. It's been a great day overall. Drinks more of the weird beer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's a fairly nice tasting beer. It's a little earthy, but also got a sweet kind of aftertaste after it.
Well, out of your course lineup throughout the rest of the week, is there a particular class that you're looking forward to the most?
Honestly, I think firearms and safety is going to be really cool.
Well, I mean, in that place that we're not supposed to talk about, I mean, you seem to acquit yourself pretty well, so I think you're going to have the leg up on everybody else.
Yeah. What about you? What are y'all excited about?
Well, I thought my first class here was the applied engineering courses, and that's where Rico is into. He shudders a little bit. But I thought it was going to be a course where I just learn all the things that I've already learned, but the teacher is our dorm caretaker, and she seems to have a, let's say, a personal perspective on everything, and so she does say things in ways that I've never thought about before. So I might get more out of this course than I thought I was going to.
That's good.
But I think I like our teacher. It doesn't sound like you like yours. Granted, I suppose it's kind of a you know a you generally like to keep both of your arms. So yeah, I can understand why you probably wouldn't like your first day of your
Yeah,
instructor.
he's just kind of I think I'm going to learn a lot from him, but he's a little scary. But I guess he should be if he's teaching a military class. Um I think he likes me though, so hopefully he won't rip my arm out. I think.
Well, I guess it's better that his demeanor matches the action as opposed to being completely cheery and also ripping your arm out, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you could do that if you wanted to, as
I would
as
never do that.
Jato makes a very awkward joke. It's like you could be that person, huh? Right?
I
No?
mean,
Okay.
not yet, but maybe I'll learn how.
All right. Service with a smile. We'll service with a smile, Marcy. That'll be your nickname, I suppose. Maybe.
How about you, Kadirk? How's your classes?
Good, good. I managed to technically eke out a victory in my first ship combat scenario, which I was pretty excited about. It was a humbling experience, though. Definitely room for improvement. But the most interesting thing, I went to this after or extra credit after hours class. Man, there's some crazy people out there. I've got this teacher named Den Bixen who's convinced that Ben Dixon was the hero of the first Robotech war. I'm gonna need some time to do some research and counter some of these arguments that are being made in this class. Got to set the record straight.
His name is really Den Bixen?
Yeah, he. I have to say he looks like pretty close to the real thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a distant relative or something, or maybe just a really good impersonator.
That's so weird. This is not how I thought it was going to be at all, but I guess it's not all bad. It's just different.
Agreed. I'm looking forward, though, to continuing on with some of these classes. Should be a good time.
Oh, did y'all join any clubs yet?
No, I watched a really engaging volleyball game, though, but I haven't joined a club. I was thinking about getting into the air show club, but I'm just not sure that I'm cut out for it. I wouldn't want to bring the rest of the team down or anything.
I'm sure you'd be great. You should do it.
It's on the list of things to consider for sure.
Well, I might join this horticulture club, but I don't know. Working sounds pretty good right now. Nice to have a bit of extra funds for things, but we'll see.
Can't go wrong with a paycheck, I'd agree.
Yeah, and if you keep bringing back this sparkle beer, that's great. She takes another swig of it.
Like every time
Oh.
it starts to fade, you take a swig.
Yes.
Well, I guess can't promise anything, but if you come down to, I'm sure if you come down to, I actually don't remember the name of the pub that we went to.
The Nyan Pie, or no, the pub was
Oh.
yeah. So you went and got your job at the Nyan Pie. The pub you went to was Zerk's Bar.
Okay. Well, if you stop by the evenings in Neon, you can catch me. Hopefully, they won't bully me much with new orders and such. But waiting tables, I just I hope they don't put me in a dress or something crazy like that.
I was about to ask if you have a uniform. I got 2 uniforms today.
All right, is that as a Tridey thing or?
Oh no,
Like,
like I got one. Yeah, I got one for military and one for volleyball. But yeah, I don't know. Just I don't think I've ever had this many different outfits before, honestly.
I wouldn't imagine that's a big thing in Zentradi culture, but
No, not really.
all right. Well, I mean, this is an academy. Try new things. We can go shopping one of these days if you'd like.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay. Well, we have the rest of the week to get through classes, but are there weekends in this whole
Yeah, no, you guys have like
adventure of ours?
weekends and stuff. It
Okay.
follows the standard 5-day school schedule,
Okay.
class per day, and it cycles back around.
Well, let's play it by ear with the rest of our classes, and we'll see if we can plan some sort of excursion for the weekend.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, I'm getting pretty tired from working. Enjoy the rest of that beer. Try not to keep your roommates up too long.
Yeah, thank you. Good night.
Good night. And with that, Jato rolls into their mutual dorm quarters, and hopefully isn't filled with bear fur anywhere else.
Oh no, there's a ton of bear fur in
Yeah,
there.
I
Edric
think
will also head in.
All right.
Yeah, once Marzi finishes her beer, she'll do the same. She'll disco strobe on into the room.
Yeah, no. So you guys all head off to bed and dream of protoculture sheep. And the next day comes around, and you guys wake up. So Jato, luckily your hair collector that you got has been doing wonders.
Yes.
It's been catching a lot of, it's basically like a little robot that goes around and just like picks up, it's like a Roomba that tracks down, hair from pets. And Kadirk.
I'll make an offhand joke. I was like, all right, like a by the end of this week. A miracle, but otherwise, I do my morning routine,
Right, yeah.
avoiding Kadurk as he takes a massive yawn. I'm assuming, and all of that fun stuff.
Does Kadurk even wake up on time for school?
Oh yes, Kedrick is very punctual.
All right, yeah.
So we're not going to see you running late to school with toast in your mouth.
No.
Yeah, you
Kedrick
do still
is
feel a little bit tired. So for everyone, if you built up any stress, you can lose 1 per time you sleep.
Excellent.
So that means if you do take a job and some night classes, we'll quickly run out of stress. So just make sure to manage that.
right. So I'm gonna be holding even then because I'm only getting stress from having
Mhm.
the one night class. It's if I took something else, that'd be a second point of stress every day.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, no, as you guys start waking up and getting ready for your day, you all come out of your rooms eventually. Rinko, when you wake up, Rinko is like the reason you wake up is not because your alarm, Marzi. It's because you feel Rinko like lightly shaking you awake and going, wake up, friend.
Oh, hey. Oh, did I oversleep again?
No, luckily I got you just before your alarm went off.
Oh, thanks, Rinko. You're the best.
Anytime, friend. And she goes back over to her side and she starts doing her hair and morning routine. Her side is meticulously cleaned and taken care of, so over there even though it looks like she just got out of bed, her bed is already remade.
Oh wow. Mine is probably not terrible, but a little bit of the opposite. Like it probably looks a little bit like a tornado hit it, especially because I got in, buzzed on Martian beer last night. So yeah, I'll kind of roll out of bed, yawn and stretch, and look around at the mess and start slowly kind of picking it up and getting ready.
Yeah, no, you guys, you managed to do that, and once again, the dorm mother's making breakfast, and you guys go and get your food. And I'm assuming, today's your next class, so I'm assuming you guys get kind of do your quick, morning greetings and head off to class.
Yep.
Yeah, Kedrick's super excited to get into the next set of classes.
All right, yeah. So we're actually going to start with you, Kadark.
Uh-oh.
Today is business class.
Business
Oh.
bear.
And
Business
so,
bear.
yes, business bear, something the Kabarans, as you know, are very much in touch with.
Yes.
In fact, being bad at business is like being a bad Kabaran.
The Ferengi of the Robotech universe.
And so as you quickly, head over to class, you don't notice anyone or rather, you don't notice anyone there immediately, but one of these students does seem to strike you as interesting as they walk up to you. Hello, you're a Kabaran, right?
I am, yes. What can I do for you?
I'm sorry, it's new for me to see, well, all of the different races of the Sentinels coming together. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it like that. My name is Persephone. I'm a Tyrolean, and you notice you kind of look at her. She's got dark purple hair tied back in a ponytail, with dark and purple eyes that matches the color of her robes, which pair a modern and ancient Tyrolean style with pinks and reds.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is always a pleasure to meet another one of the Sentinel races.
indeed, and I do hope that you do not hold the Empire's habits against me, or rather what they did to the Kabaran species and other sentinels. For
Eric is
reference,
trying to remember his
so for
lore.
reference, the Tyrolean Empire.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, maybe
they
for everybody else, I remember.
mhm. The Tyrolean Empire actually more or less enslaved all of the, or rather, didn't enslave, but conquered and ruled with a very, very strong fist over all of the Sentinels' worlds, and created the Zentradi as a slave warrior race.
And then we traded them for the Invid and
Yeah,
so on and so forth. I'm trying to like Keter wouldn't have a like bygones be bygones approach to that maybe, but I think that at this point in the timeline that would be maybe not ancient history but history, right? Having
yeah,
then later
it's
been enslaved by Invid and stuff, and so
like it's something that ended probably 30, 40 years ago, maybe. Because the Invid violently took over, but it technically ended.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I think at this point, Kedrick's just gonna kind of nod solemnly, but in his head, he's kind of thinking of it like, well, I mean, the Tyroleans, the Robotech masters in general, have kind of gotten the beat down at this point, right? There's not a whole lot of them left, so.
And they're not the Empire anymore. The dudes who were in charge of that did abandon their own people to die.
Yep.
They are now the Republic of Tyrol.
So I think he might not be like warm and wanting to give hugs, but I think he's respecting that as a race they seem like they're trying to be on the better side of history moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so he just kind of nods solemnly along, makes kind of an affirmative, kind of a noise, but
I understand if you hold it against Tyroleans, but I do hope to prove myself as a little bit more, willing to learn.
Heather kind of, looks her over critically, and he'll say, he'll say, I'm a firm believer that individuals should be judged on their own merits.
Well, then I hope I will give you enough to get a good judgment off of me.
Heather nods.
And she'll give you a smile as eventually you are led inside to the classroom, the teacher inside. My name is Hugh Bradshaw. I am a representative of Murataki Heavy Industries, and I am here to teach business here. As you've all signed up for through various courses, we'll be going over everything you need to know about starting your own business, along with checking, to see how well you guys are going to be able to do in the coming economies, and see how well you'll be able to navigate them. And as you guys start, going through with, as goes over the basic informations of it, it's what you'd expect. It covers corporate structure, commercial law, workplace safety, negotiation skills, and various, business models, which, supposedly you're going to be able to succeed in the modern post-Earth world. And now, post-Sentinels world. But as you guys as the lesson starts going along at the end, he goes, all right, class, so class is going to be over soon, but I want you to pair up and for the next class to bring in a business proposal in order to make money, present it, and try to sell the class on it. Your grade will be based on how many other students in the classroom believe that your business could succeed in the modern markets. And
Okay.
everyone seems to like pair off, and Persephone actually wanders over to you. Would you be interested in pairing up? I may not be business savvy, but my family were actors and playwrights by trade.
Ketter kind of looks around and sees that everyone else is already kind of pairing off, and just kind of nods, and almost begrudgingly, like, yes, that'd be fun.
Ah, good. I don't suppose you have any ideas right off the bat to make a business model.
I mean, Ketter's background, I feel like he would probably have some level of experience with
Most
this.
families on Kabara have, have businesses, be they large or small.
So, I mean, Ketter would, toss out some relevant catchphrase terms, kind of start to guide the conversation down the right path.
All right. As you guys go along with it, she, tries to give insights of where she can, based on her, I just saw the chat.
We're setting up the bear chain. It's bear chain all the way.
Can't escape crypto. Not even the super dog. But yeah, no, she throws out some ideas. She doesn't seem to really know too much in the sense of business, but she does seem really good at being convincing. Like she's able to make you like a couple ideas which may not be the best ideas that she brings to the table, but she has the confidence behind it to try and back it up. And so eventually she just, well, since I'm not too versed in the business side of things, maybe I could try to be the salesperson for it, since it's just acting, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you
Sure.
can come up with a business model, then I can work on selling it.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. And at this point, like the bell dings and things start going. In that case, I'll send you a message through the school's message board, and we can talk later on about it. Um, yeah. It was nice meeting you again.
It was a pleasure to meet you as well.
Yeah, and, she stands up and gives you like a slight bow and walks out. And now for you, Kadirk, I want you to actually think on this, okay? Because I want you to present a real business thing.
Robotech business plan.
Yep. And
Put this right behind my actual energy I've put into proving that Ben Dixon died in the reflex barrier.
which
I
one's
went and
more
rewatched
important?
all those episodes. I know, I'm gonna have to decide. On
Okay.
the list.
And so let's see. Yeah, we'll go over to J-To next. You've got applied sciences as your class.
Yes. I get to
And
make fun of biologists.
yep, you get in there, and this covers, all sorts of sciencey things. And as you get in there, the teacher is a robot.
Oh, wasn't expecting that. All right.
Hello, students. I am Ottleby, creation of Uratagi Heavy Industries. I am subbing in for your teacher today, who has decided that they are too sick to work. But do not worry, I have been programmed with all necessary things to cover in the basics of class.
I make a comment underneath my breath, like, oh, that just means we're going to be watching a video today, aren't we?
And class, today we are going to be experimenting. And at this, he brings up on like a large screen behind him, or well, a layout of a engineering project. Specifically, it's a combined engineering project that focuses on turning biological energy. Rather, it's turning the biological energy of protoculture into, or rather, the flower of life into protoculture. The class will spend time learning how the conversion of the flower of life to protoculture works, and those who succeed in class will be given extra merit points.
This is there's not like an actual like conversion matrix in the classroom. It's just a
No, no, no.
schematic or
It's like the basic thing. It seems like they want you to try and make one.
Oh, okay, I see.
Each one of you will be given 1 week in order to prepare and attempt to assemble one protoculture conversion chamber. Following that, you will test it by trying to convert a singular flower of life into more energy.
Okay, that's. I didn't expect you to throw protoculture at us just like this, but all right, we'll see what we can do.
And so the rest of the class, though, covers the basics, or what is known about protoculture and how it's an energy source derived from the flower of life and converted into usable fuel through a conversion matrix, basically. And that there's notably only like one on the SCF1. Or not the SCF1, sorry, the SCF4 now.
Oh, okay.
And you quickly get the feeling that maybe this is like a test, either a test to see how you do, or the military is basically kind of looking to see if anyone can figure this out.
Interesting.
And in this class, you notice that Rinko is not there.
Well, that's a relief.
Instead, do know that notice that Kyle Streaker is here. He was one of the students who was
Colony 14, right?
Yep, he was the Colony 14 kid. Seems, he decided to take some science courses or to try and, get that extra teaching knowledge.
Can you remind me about the stigma behind Colony 14?
It's not the Colony 14 itself is bad, but he's a part of the O14s from Colony 014, which is like a notorious street gang, or at least he has a tattoo of it.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Otherwise, I guess Jato is kind of has maybe an inkling of what to do. He's already like half paying attention to class and half like flipping through his manuals to say, okay, what sort of things will I need to actually try and build a protoculture conversion matrix sort of thing. So unfortunately, he's not really, his head's not in the classroom per se.
Yeah. Well, as you start like thinking over the project, you know that you're going to have some way to contain the flower of life, extract the energy out of it, and then convert it to protoculture, and then safely store that protoculture. So it's going to be a 4-step process at least. And it seems like from what the Autleby is saying in the background that you're kind of like half listening to, the first part of the project to at least like lay out the plans for your attempted model will be for 1 week.
Okay.
Practical models will be like a semester long thing.
That makes sense.
And that they noted that it will be 30% of your grade this final, and will count as your final exam.
Oh dear. I'm having college flashbacks already. Great.
But
okay.
Yeah, no, you managed to go through the stuff, and Kyle's sitting next to you, and he's like, hey, Jato, right?
Yeah.
You know anything what they're talking
you're
about? Yeah, I'm Kyle Streaker. I'm glad you remembered. You have any idea what this robot's talking about?
Yeah. With the Jato goes in the background of like, oh yeah, back when with the original Earth, when the SDF, sorry, the proto SDF-1 crashed, and it brought the protoculture matrix that started this whole robotechnology craze. And right now, it's the only known reactor is on the SDF-4, which I believe is the same one from Earth from way back when.
Mhm.
It's the way of making robotechnology work in this universe of ours. And one actual reactor that I guess we as students are just trying to make sure that we have.
You're going a little bit robotic there.
Hello?
Okay, there we go.
Hear me? Okay. Yeah, Jato just explains that it is the basis of robotechnology and such. So it is the power source that stopped stopped World War III and all that from way back when, but also kind of perpetuates all these other conflicts that have gone on in this entire Robotech universe.
And he kind of like looks like he's half getting it. Like he understands the big picture. It looks like he's more a little stumped on the how they expect, if there's only one, how do they expect students to get the answer?
Well, I don't know. I kind of suspect that they either trying everything that they possibly can, including throwing random student ideas through through whatever they can, or I don't know. If the conspiracy part of me says that maybe they want to get some parallel ideas with some of the Invid stuff that's going on in the background, because obviously the military is not going to tell us everything that's going on, right? As Jato looks around. But don't tell anybody I said anything about the military like that.
Yeah, no, I get you. Well, if you come up with those ideas, maybe like we can try to work together on this.
Well, we're in the same dorm block together, so yeah. I mean, you know where I am, rooming with the big bear, with big Kabarin, so can't miss him.
I know where you sleep, and you know where I sleep. And okay, sorry, I didn't mean to make it like that creepy.
No, that's fine. And then I let off an awkward laugh, like ha ha. We know where each other sleeps, so ha. Well, I don't know. I grew up on a spaceship, so maybe that's actually not too weird. Okay, so on a spaceship you only have so much room dedicated to yourself, but I've never been anywhere other than a spaceship. Like I mean, you're from Colony 14, right? I mean, how was life out there?
Could have been better. I mean,
Was it
basically
kind of like how
it basically had to tutor a bunch of my friends to even get us passing grades. School system ain't that great. I mean, overall, it's kind of just a place that exists, and I'm glad I'm not there anymore.
Yeah, I was about to ask you. I guess it's better that you're here than you are there, right?
Hmm.
You ever going back?
If I do, it's going to be as a teacher, try to help some of the people who can't get out of the rut themselves.
I get you. Well, maybe if we, I don't know, crack this whole protoculture thing somehow, we can change a lot of things, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Sky's the limit. Well, actually, that's a weird saying. Sky's actually not the limit anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say like technically it was the limit at some point, but like that was like I think like the 1940s or so, or like it was like no, like 1960s or something, because like we threw crap into orbit before then, so that it was like space is the limit, and the moon was the limit, and then the
Now
sky fell
we,
down.
and then the Sentinel worlds, and now, well, I guess it all comes back to Earth.
Mm-hmm. So maybe I guess
All
the
right,
sky
Kyle.
is the limit, just in like reverse.
uh,
But
we'll figure it out.
yep. I'll let you go because it looks like the class is about to end. I've been thinking about trying out for one of the clubs.
Uh, which one are you trying to do? Let me guess, the protoculture one?
Actually, no. I was thinking about some of the idols tried to recruit me for some reason.
I do a double take.
Yeah, they
Oh,
said I
okay.
looked like cute enough to be a model, and it kind of weirded me out a little bit. Especially when I saw one of the idols there, and I'm pretty sure she's like 30.
I look him up and down. It's like, and does he actually look like idol material?
I mean, he's not, he's like gruff VTuber material, you know.
Okay, that's not a that's not an upgrade. That's a I'm
like
trying to think of what direction to take that.
he's the kind of he looks like someone would use him as like a VTuber model, and act cool and tough, and then like have a stream where he talks about his like weird food takes.
All right. So he's a niche idol, perhaps. What we'll see.
Probably,
Okay. Well, you can always just. It doesn't hurt to try. It's only the second day of school, after all. So.
Yeah, they did want me to sign on with the company though, so.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's talk to my roommate about that. I know Kabarns are all about business, and just don't sign any paperwork right now. Just.
Oh yeah, no, I figured not to. There was a lot of paperwork.
Well, I guess worst comes to worst, you'll just don't sign your life away, man. That's
Mm-hmm. But in that case, I guess I'll talk to you later.
yeah. Hopefully, we won't have this robot teacher for very long. I don't think this won't be too interesting if we have one of those this entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with that, he gives you a small wave and a head nod as class ends, and you head on, and you and him head on out, going your separate way. Luckily, you still have time before work, so you can always kind of relax or something. But then we'll jump back to Marzi. So Marzi, it's your second day of school and your second class.
Yes, I think that's firearms today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, I'm excited.
Yep, you get over there, and you find that the teacher is Darren's again. And like as you're walking in, he's just idly assembling and like disassembling some kind of like laser rifle.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I will just kind of walk in. Am I like filing in with everyone else? I guess
Yeah.
like we're all kind of okay.
Yeah, you guys are all filing in. You guys are wearing your uniform, your cadet uniforms. This is going to be fast tracking you into like a military career. And when you guys all settle in, he's like, "All right, so everyone up and follow me. We're going to the shooting range."
She's like visibly bouncing as she like goes with them to the shooting range.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! We're gonna shoot today already. Oh my god, this is so exciting!
Yeah, and you're starting to, and you follow him and some of the other students out. Um, you do notice that there's like what you could only describe as a very confusingly dressed student. Like
Okay.
they're in uniform, but they have made additions to it. And you know just that their hair is like out in like twin ponytails, but it's like super fluffy also. And it's a mixture of like a like a blonde and like a cyan blue.
Oh, I didn't
And
know we could do that. Like thinking about the custom uniform.
and she kind of like looks over at you and goes like, "So, you look like you're like super happy."
Yeah, I love guns. I'm so excited about this. How about you?
Well, I'm mostly here just because I kind of want. Well, one, I've heard the teacher's kind of hot and mm, not too bad looking, little gruff, but
Yeah, yesterday he ripped someone's arm out of their socket. If you like that,
Ooh,
I guess he's pretty hot.
I love a man that can like beat people up when they offend me.
Oh yeah, he definitely can do that.
But like, I'm mostly here because I want to join like special forces.
Oh, cool. I don't know if I want to, but maybe I will. What's your name?
Oh,
I'm Marcy.
like totally nice to meet you, Marzi. And my name is Laura Meyer. And like she'll like
Well,
shake your hand.
mhm.
So like, have you thought about joining any of the clubs or something?
Well, I did actually. I think I tried out for volleyball yesterday. I just saw them playing on the beach, and I joined it. I joined in, and I think I'm gonna be in the tournament, maybe. But I've heard of. I don't know. Are there other clubs?
Well, yeah, there's like a bunch of other ones. Like I'm joining the Idol Club.
There's an idol club.
Yeah, like you get to like sign up to be like a whole idol and stuff. There's like a company that manages it.
Oh my god,
They're
really?
like, yeah, they're called Arcadian Idolworks, and they're in the lower section of Arcadia in the Biodome.
Well, I don't know if I'd be a good idol or not, but I'd love to check that out. That sounds really fun.
Like, oh my gosh, if you joined me, the two of us could be like an idol pair.
That would be cool.
And like the military loves idols anyway, so like you could totally like think about how cool it would be to be like an idol in the military.
Yeah. Oh, could I do my uniform like yours? Is that allowed?
I mean, I don't know if it is. I just kind of did it anyway.
Well, be careful because Aaron's is kind of like I said, he's kind of scary. And I don't know. I don't think he'd rip your arm out or anything, but he might not like it if you change your uniform.
Well, like he saw me walk in, so
Okay, then you're probably safe.
yeah. But like, and like as she like starts continuing it, like Aaron's just like, "All right, we're here," and you guys enter into this firing range, which has been pre-set up with, and like you look off to the side, and there's all kinds of different various guns laid out and such. And he stands at the front of the class and goes, "All right, so firearm and gun safety." And he points towards the barrel. You point this at things you want to kill. Don't point it at each other or at yourself. If the gun doesn't fire, don't look down the barrel or laser assembly. If I need to, I'll put stickers on it to show you which way is front. Sounds annoyed, like he might have had to explain that more than once to someone.
I'm sure he has.
And so everyone initially gets, some, everyone gets brought up. They practice firearm stances. They fire off like a round or two, and you get through it fine. You don't need to roll for this. As you're getting through training, and eventually he brings out, all right, now we're gonna see which one of you is the best at it. And he pulls out and he brings up that laser rifle that he had again. This is an ES-50 Spectre sniper rifle, a long-range weapon with a laser that makes it silent for killing enemies, and also allows you to designate targets for long-range engagements for both yourself and your allies. I want to see what each one of you can do with this. I have the target set up at the far end of the range, and the range, by the way, is like at least 300 meters long.
Okay.
And so students start going up and they like try to use the laser rangefinder, and some of them get pretty close to the target, some of them hit it. And then when you get out there, you notice that the target's actually like really small. It's like a soda can. But like it's a soda can in the middle of like a small target board. And you finally get up there and you get your chance to take your shot. And I want you to roll for this to see how well you do.
I figured that was coming. Okay.
And your natures are reset because you slept.
Oh, cool. So I can use that. I can reroll if I need to. Awesome. Okay. I will use we'll do man at arms, obviously. I don't know though for my other skill. This is not a good close range or close quarters time. I don't really want to rapid fire. I don't think rallying cry really works here either. Do I get to roll with the gun as well, or do I still just pick 2 skills?
So you're going to just use 2 skills.
Okay. Okay. So we'll do. We'll just So when she lines up the shot, she'll let out a rallying cry of I don't know, pew pew, and oh my god, please let this work. I do not want to be embarrassed right now. Now that I've said this and built it up, I probably will be. Well, maybe not actually, because that's 2 6s and a 5. So wasn't bad.
Yeah, no, that's not bad.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah, no, that's not bad. So you managed to get, the rifle on target, and you strike it dead center. Like through the can into the perfect middle of the target.
Yes! Uh-oh, I think you're cutting out, at least for me.
Is this any better?
Yes, that's better.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Yeah,
Yep,
I couldn't hear
that.
anything, really. It was like kind of staticky, but anyway.
Let me just make sure that it's not staticky on the recording. Check. Okay, we're all good. Yeah, no, my headset, unfortunately, I'll need to replace once I get some money, which you guys can definitely help me get if you subscribe to my channel here. Just saying, if you like the content. But shelling for myself outside of that, yeah, you managed to hit dead center, and it's a good shot. And you're actually the last person to go, and you actually do win, like, getting as close to the target. And Aaron goes, well, at least one of you is able to make some shots.
How did Laura do? Did she do okay, or was it
Yeah,
really
no,
bad?
she got, like, onto the target board.
Okay, that's good.
And so So as he's like bringing the target up, most of you manage to at least get it somewhere in the area, which is unacceptable. You're either going to hit the target or not. Firearms and safety is also going to make sure that it covers making sure that you actually hit your target when you need to, not when you can after several shots. And for that, the ones of you who at least made it onto the target, good. Could be better. This includes you, Marzi.
Okay, I'll try to be better next time.
You can always be better, always improve. And with that, your class ends, and Laura kind of like looks over you, and goes, yeah, unfortunately, I'm better at like close range stuff, I prefer like shotgun.
Well, that's okay. I mean, we need both, right?
Yeah, like if we're like gonna be like a team or something, you and me could be like totally like you could be the sniper, and then I'm like the person who goes up and like breaks their neck or something.
Yeah.
But like, you want to go head down and like check out the Idol Club?
Yeah, let's do that. I want to see. But can you help me with my uniform first? Because this is like, if we're gonna go to Idol Club, I don't think I can go like this. And she kind of looks down at her like really basic, like pressed but
Yeah.
extremely boring uniform.
Oh, don't you worry. Like, we can totally fix that up. Let's just like swing back my room first.
I'm a god makeover.
Oh yes, like totally. We can get you a total makeup. At this point, you notice that she does seem to have like a very dark tan, but it doesn't seem like a natural tan.
Okay. Okay.
Like I guess the best way I could describe it is do you know the term Gyaru?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is she like
Yeah,
Gyaru,
yeah,
kind
yeah. She's
of?
like a
Yeah.
Gyaru.
Okay.
And so you guys head down and manage to set up or rather you manage to get out of the classroom and start heading towards the dorms. At this point, you guys all have free time to do some stuff. So in that case, I'm gonna go with Jato first. Jato, what are you doing in your free time? If you are talking, we cannot hear you, Jato.
Oh no.
Jato is dead. Long live Jato. Stomp, stomp.
Well,
Oh,
Nope, there he is.
there we are. Kind of. You're robotic.
hello?
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Well, I said I was going to go to the simulators.
Okay, you're heading towards the simulators. You're able to get there, fairly easily enough. From what you're seeing, a section of the simulators when you get there has been basically roped off, as it seems like the air show team is there. And they look like they're
Okay.
running some kind of like. This is only a section. There's still other simulators that you can jump into. But it seems like they're running some kind of like special test program or something.
Okay. I'll stick around and watch if they are amenable to that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, they don't mind. There's a small crowd there, and it looks like they're mostly seeming to prepare for what looks to be a race or something on the surface of Mars, where the pilots are all racing against each other to try and get through. And on the screen that you can see, um, there's a raptor painted on each one of their tails.
Okay. That's all right. I think I know what you're talking about now. Okay, cool.
And so you guys manage, like, they're going through it and flying through, and eventually, and one of the pilots like fails to make like one of the tight turns. They dive into a canyon with like maybe 10 meters on each side of their wing, and doesn't make the turn and hits a rock and is knocked out as their plane explodes. And you can hear some rather loud cursing, even muffled through the canopy of the simulator.
Oh dear.
And eventually, one of the students, a human male, it looks like, manages to get through, and it's one of the older guys that you saw earlier, or one of
Was
the
his
older kid that you
name
talked with.
John Troy? I think.
Yep.
Did you name him? Okay.
And so, yeah, you manage to, he manages to succeed, and the rest of them cross the line, and he spots you looking at him as he steps out and heads on over. Hey, you here to join us for some simulated practice with some of the new kids?
Well, I was just gonna see what else the simulators had, but if you're offering, sure, I'll
Yeah, no,
step in for a spell.
we're just practicing for the Trans Mars air race. It's basically the largest event in the solar system.
Well, I guess I came to Mars at the right time to
Hmm.
see something like this.
It's going to be happening about midway through the year, so we're just kind of getting practice in. So if you're going to be joining us, this will, I guess, be like a form of test. Um, I basically just want to see how good you are and see if you got any skill. And if you get some good work on this stuff, even if you're not like certified for VF1, we can probably get you certified after a couple of after like maybe a week of practice in these.
Well, that sounds pretty tempting, but let me just get my feet wet for now, and we'll take them.
Fair enough.
You guys say that on Mars? Is that a
I
saying here?
I mean, I guess you can. Um,
All right. Well, that's not important.
yeah.
I- let's not waste time, I suppose. And I kind of like walk past him to jump into a simulator a little bit probably too eager, and probably comes off a little.
Yeah, you get into the simulator. Luckily, you don't trip as you get in. Um, you get in there and maintain. Yeah, I'm gonna do this, and you get in there and you remember. At least as far as I remember, I don't think you have proficiency in VF1.
Nope. Nope. Not at
So
all.
you then have this sinking feeling of, wait, how the fuck do I operate this thing? Yeah, we'll figure it
Well,
out.
we're gonna do the whole fake it till you make it sort of strategy. So.
Hmm. And so they're going to so they set you up on just a casual, slalom course set over an ocean. Your basic goal is to kind of fly around, kind of like the Red Bull air racing.
Okay.
You're gonna, pass through a couple of objectives, weaving back and forth, and loop back around, and basically run that a couple of times. So I want you to make me 3 skill tests to see how well you do over the course of this.
Okay. All right. I suppose it is a simulator, but is there like something kind of engineering about it? Like, do I need to like inspect my virtual plane or anything of that nature?
I mean, you can look over your virtual plane. There's nothing too crazy about it. It's a standard VF1, specifically an R variant. Um, Actually, no, sorry, not a VF1R. Which one was
Jay.
he? VF1D. It's a double-seater cockpit, and
The trainer one. Okay, cool.
yep. And he actually takes a seat in one of the other simulators, and he appears in your back seat. All right. So, you ever flown a VF1 before?
Only no, I haven't. No, this will be a first time for me.
Well, don't worry. It shouldn't be. It's not too hard. Um, Got to be careful though because it can get pretty fast. I'll be back here to kind of guide you through it and help you. But it's gonna be all on you, man.
Well, it's a test. It's not a test for without you. You didn't call it a test for nothing. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see how well we can do.
And so the simulator starts and sets you up a little bit away from the starting point as you race across the water before passing through the gate, starting your slalom run.
Okay. I suppose in Jeto's mind, they're probably not so much an instinctual pilot. They're probably the like they think about the routes and
Mhm.
try and make it happen as opposed to like going by feel sort of thing. They think through it rather than feel through it.
Yeah.
So in that case, I guess you want me to go ahead and roll my first check.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to rely on my science skills as well as my sensors skills to try and get through this. All right, and I guess it's just a straight skill check. There's no
Yep.
like equipment bonuses or anything. Okay, cool.
Yep, just straight skill check because this is just a base VF1, so there's nothing really equipment-wise to use unless you want to try and use some of the transformation equipment suite for 2 dice.
Let's say that for the next few rolls.
Okay.
I'll try and this will be the proverbial get your feet wet roll. So
Yep.
go.
All right.
There's
2
1, 5, 1,
successes.
6. Yep.
So because you're at you'll be at hindrance. You do have 2 successes there though, and so you make the way through the first time, and it's not the greatest. It's a little sloppy. You're like over adjusting and over correcting, but you make it through the course without like too
Running
much
into a wall.
hassle. Yeah, like you're like right across the water, and you're like passing by the virtual flags, and you're not slapping into them or hitting the water. And you make it around the first lap, and it's not like terrible. It's an acceptable speed. And he's like, "All right, you seem to have gotten mostly the hang of it. So let's try to kick up the speed, see if you can't beat your time."
I'll try and not let you down, and I quote unquote lock in, I suppose. Okay, this time I will try and do the. I will try and use the equipment. The what did you say earlier?
It was a
I've forgotten now.
transformation equipment suite. It's 2
All right,
dice.
2 dice. Okay, so 76. I am going to go ahead and take a point of stress. I'm gonna bump it up to 8d6 and
Okay.
strain myself just a little bit. Well, it's a good thing I did because there's another 2 successes.
Hey, yeah. So you managed to start like trying to pop in the transformation equipment suite and try to maneuver it, but you're not really getting too much faster. In fact, like you speed up to get a little faster, only to then like transform and like brake hard and lose all of the built up speed. And then you keep doing that like an old granny trying to drive her car down the road, speed up, slam on the brake, speed up, slam on the brake. But you managed to get through a little faster than before. You gotta use up all that transformation and braking, or else you're gonna just keep burning off all your speed. And if you burn off too much speed, you're gonna hit the water.
Well, am I allowed to ask for tips now, or is that going to be something you have to tell me later?
You know what? Sure. I'll give you this tip. When you're moving through and trying to transform, instead of using it to brake and then turn, use the guardian mode. Use the boosters. Use the engines when they're in the legs to do it.
Okay, I'll give that a shot.
And
In
I
that
will
case, I will
roll
do
an assist for you.
Nice. 2, so okay, consider that a win. Okay, let's see here. I will go ahead and do it again. I probably shouldn't stress myself out, but you know what? Let's throw caution to the wind and embrace your inner Rick Hunter. Let's go.
So you will get an additional 2 successes from his, or actually an additional 4 successes from his lecture his little teaching he gave you. And
Nice.
this time, with a little bit of teaching, you now kind of get it. You kind of get it a little bit better. You're still not great. Like, this is still very rough flying, as like you're rolling and like snapping it over, and there's the occasional warning of over-G, 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 over-G. And but you managed to get through with a much faster time this time. And eventually, once you get through with your final lap, the simulation ends, and you're able to step out, and your teacher is smirking a little bit as he looks over to you. Well, you're not too bad, but you got a long way to go. But if you want to join the team, I guess we could probably let you on.
You got any spots for navigators instead of pilots? Maybe I'm more suited to that side of things.
Sadly, it's only one-seaters for the race course.
I get you. Well, still a week out before we have to make final decisions, right?
Yep. And we can at least see if
All
we
right.
can't, at worst, get you just certified for the plane.
Oh, I suppose a lot of people come here for that, but yeah, I appreciate it. It's definitely a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. With that, we're going to take a small... Actually, no, well, okay, we still got some time. I was just making sure because I saw it was going to start an ad soon. We're going to switch over to Marzi, or not Marzi, Kadirk. Kadirk, what are you doing?
Kadirk's gonna spend his quote unquote downtime actually doing a fair amount of research. He's taking these classes very seriously, both the main classes as well as the after hours class. So he's gonna head down to what qualifies as the library in this base and try to pull up some old records from the first Robotech war and start really digging into this Ben Dixon thing.
Alright, yeah, so you're able to get down to the hub structure, which is the main area of the academy, below the towers, and find the library pretty well. It's actually close to the simulators. And so you managed to get in there and start like looking over things. Give me a skill test really quick to see what you can dig up. And what
Alrighty.
topic are you trying to dig up first?
He is trying to. Let me look at my note here. I mean, I'm trying to prove that he couldn't have survived this reflex barrier thing. So we're gonna try and pull up some, any records we can related to, that the reflex barrier and the incident of it being used at that point in the war. Right, that was a big deal if I remember right. They wiped out a whole city and stuff. So
Yeah. No, so you're able to, look for that stuff. There's a lot of books and data covering that time. Specifics get a little bit hazy due to the situation and, what happened on Earth after the Reign of Death, but you can
Right.
definitely get some information. Give me a roll for it.
I have rolled
Okay.
with some success.
So you got 2 successes. I'm going to say you're able to figure out that it was the Ontario quadrant that they were in. You're able to figure out more or less what happened, and you can't really find anything specifically on Ben Dixon. It's just noted that he is KIA after the operation. There's unfortunately not too much more than that. Surrounding the incident, though, you do know that the omnidirectional barrier did go off after being overloaded with energy from the ensuing bombardment of the Zentradi, and it vaporized a large section of the Ontario quadrant, or rather the city of Ontario itself,
Right.
with many
Yep.
people being either marked as missing in action, dead, with most people not even able to find bodies or even chunks of bodies.
Yeah. So Keter, like, is collecting all of the hard data and evidence that he can.
Okay. Also, because you studied in the library, you get a you get a bonus point to assign to any skill.
A bonus point.
Mhm.
Nice.
On top of that, Marzi, because you have joined a sports team and have played, you get to increase your speed by 1 point. You go 4 ground units.
Oh, sweet. Excuse me, sweet.
Mhm.
Keter's gonna increase his ironclad strategy skill.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Okay.
And with that, though, that's really all the information you're able to get, unfortunately. Just because there's a lot of books to go through about that time for many points. Many of them are biased. At least 3 different books on the incident written by someone named Jonathan Wolfe. And they're all conflicting. All of his books are like actually conflicting info with each other. Like one of them takes a whole paragraph to talk about how like a whole chapter to talk about how he was a fan of Min May and taught, the ace pilot of the SDF-1, Max Sterling, that he was to teach him everything he needs to know about flying. It gets really weird and like completely off topic.
Interesting.
But with that, though, yeah, that's your downtime, and now we're gonna go over to Marzi. So Marzi, you've been dragged back to this, practically dragged back to Laura's room, and you have been, you two have worked on the uniform. They have given you extra makeup, eyeshadow, and you can basically describe how you look now.
Okay, so she probably, well, I don't know. She might have done like the Gyaru makeup, but
Mhm.
I also feel like if we're going for like a complimentary thing, like
Mhm.
maybe I'm like kind of like goth Lolita kind of style, so like really pale foundation and like dark eyeliner. I don't know how one could do that with a uniform. Maybe we put some bows on it and some lace. I don't know what we did. I don't know what these uniforms look like, but I'm sure that we found a way. She probably has her nails painted, and this is something Marzi has never experienced before. So like she probably didn't do most of this. This was probably mostly Laura doing this.
Oh yeah, Laura's been absolutely going over and when you enter into the room, her half of the room is got idol posters. It's got a makeup stand that she seems to have bought. It's got a small TV. Um, she's got 4 or 5 different cabinets that she seems to have bought and brought in that are just filled with makeup and extra clothes. And all
Okay,
of
so
them are
she's got the supplies.
yeah, she's got the supplies, and even though she's already got some extra uniforms, which she's completely done up in different ways, you're not sure where she got all the time to do this.
You're really good at this. You should do I don't know. You could be a fashion designer or something. But I guess you're going to be an idol, so maybe not both of those at the same time. Maybe when you retire.
Yeah, maybe I could always be those one of those people who helps out the newer talents and stuff.
You'd be really good at it because I don't know how to do this by myself. I've never really worn makeup before.
Oh, we will fix that, and I will make sure you have stuff to put on for every morning to look pretty. Because you
Oh,
have to look your
okay.
absolute best.
Okay, got it.
And so she goes completely like over the top with you, gets you like pretty bows. She takes your uniform from you, and like darkens it a little bit. Give it dark accents, frilly bows and stuff like that. Even gives you a cute tiny hat to put on.
I put on the cute tiny hat.
It's like a tiny black top hat almost with like.
Oh yeah.
And eventually, she's like, all right, that should be good. And she's basically turned you into the military golf leader.
That sounds really cool, honestly.
hmm And somewhere on the internet, people will be happy for it, probably.
Oh, probably. I'm sure. Oh my god, we look so good!
I know, right? We should like totally get down there and show them what you're like, all what you can do.
Yes. Oh wait, are we gonna perform? Or do we need to practice? I don't. We haven't even tried to. We don't know anything like any routine.
Well, like, don't worry. I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna introduce you to the really nice manager, and he's gonna teach you like, or he's gonna get you like all set up. Because they're like
Okay.
always looking for new talent. And so, like, she drags you down into the lower city section with the biodome, and right into this large office with like several studios attached. And as she enters in, there's like a woman. There's a man at the desk, and he's like typing away, and he kind of looks up and he sees you and gets up and goes, "Oh my god, you look perfect."
Oh, thanks.
In
Laura
fact,
did it.
Laura, you just joined and you're already bringing like new members. That is like perfect. We've been, we could totally run like a two pair with you two. So, sorry, my name is Jason. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Marzi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Oh, are you like a Zentradi or something by that name?
Yeah, I'm a Zentradi. That's me.
Perfect. We've been looking for a Zentradi idol for so long to fill this new role.
Oh, really? Well, that works out.
Well, think about it. Like, they're all of the major idols and stuff are all like humans.
I mean, I love idols, like all Zentradi love idols pretty much, but I never thought I'd be one.
Well, you get to be one of the first big Zentradi idols if you sign up with us.
That sounds really cool.
But before I like rush you through the paperwork and stuff, because we need to make sure that you're ready to do this. Do you know if you do sign up with us, you'll be debuting fairly soon, and on top of that, there'll be a lot of stuff you need to do, practice, meet and greets. Eventually, we'll do like photo shoots and live performances, and like if you get big enough, you can even like get interviewed or like recording session, or even
Wow,
better, maybe even get hired out for like a movie or TV show.
that would be really cool. How
But
will that work with being in the military, though? Can I do that?
oh yeah, you totally can. Like, eh, like don't worry about that. We will make sure to take care of you and your career. We just ask that you come in every now and then and do some work and like make sure that you like get put in all you can for this, because this is going to be a lot of work to make. We're going to put in everything we can to make you famous. So if you can, put in just as much effort, we'll make you as famous as possible.
Okay.
And so eventually he'll take you as Laura like waves, having to go off and prepare for whatever she's doing. He takes you into the back, and you meet with a rather imposing-looking manager. This dude is fairly tall, even sitting behind his desk, and the shape you could describe this man as is brick. Like, he is like a rectangle. And when you get in there, your guide drops you off, and he brings out, and he turns to look at you and offers you a seat. Take a seat. So I hear you're interested in joining the idols.
Yeah, I think so. I met this girl Laura in my class, and she said that there was an idol club, and I was really excited about it. So here I am.
Well, in that case, we'd love to have you, especially because Zentradi idols are rather few and far between. You'll have your own, basically a niche.
I wonder if I could ever macronize at a concert. That would be so cool.
Well, maybe. That could be something interesting down the line. But
I've always wanted to do that.
we'll have to work on that for now, but we've got to build up to the big things,
Right, of course.
And so he'll slide a contract over across to you. You just have to sign your name on the dotted line.
Uh-oh.
And we can, get you ready and started.
Okay, I
no,
assume there's so much fine print on this thing.
it's a legal contract. It's a legally binding contract. So if you want to attempt to go over it, I will require a skill test at hindrance.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think I have anything that would prepare me for this. Actually, is it okay if I wait, sleep on it and show it to a friend of mine who's really good at business stuff? He might know. Just to be sure I know what I'm signing.
Well, I wouldn't. Well, we really would like you to, sign up and join as soon as possible. That way we can get your debut off the line.
Okay, I guess I can try to look at it myself. She starts looking at it, and let's see. I will try. Can I pick a skill for this?
You can still do your normal skill tests.
Okay, so I'm gonna try rapid fire because she's skimming it, trying to read it. This is not great, but you know what? She's excited about it. All right, so that would be 2d6. Oh boy, that's no success.
There's a lot of words. A lot of them, and some of them are really fine, really small.
And long, probably.
Yeah, there's a lot of words that you've never heard anyone speak. You see live performance in there. Idol.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah.
Oh, crap. That was the fire alarm going off for no reason.
Oh no.
It's the stupid test as it goes through. Hopefully that did not deafen people. But
no, I didn't even hear it, so you're good.
That's good. Hopefully it didn't come through on the stream. But with that, it says idol a lot, talent, debut, yeah.
Okay, that sounds really good.
Do you want to attempt to re-roll that, or?
I'll try to re-roll it with I'll use brash.
You can use.
Sorry.
You could have used 2 skills if you wanted to.
Oh, okay.
It's like a normal skill test.
Okay, so in that case, I actually would get 2 successes.
Okay, yeah. So you start going over this, and it mostly seems like a normal contract. It does have some pretty aggressive language in it, but it does seem like they'll supply a lot of things from you. They expect you to uphold a minimum amount of stuff, but they do seem to it doesn't seem anything too bad. There's protection. They will obviously do what they can to protect you from fraud and other things. It doesn't seem anything too terrible. It does say that you will not work for any other agency after leaving, if you graduate from this agency for at minimum 5 years.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have I heard of this agency before at all? I probably haven't because I don't really know.
Probably not, but it does seem like from what it states in here, they're fairly well established, and I mean they do have a whole office and a couple of studios here. So
I look around the room. Are there like posters and stuff of idols that have like that have come up through them or anything around here?
yeah, there's a couple of ones. Like you notice that there's a couple of ones who've hit like moderate fame. Nothing too crazy. Nothing like the likes of Lin Min May. But then again, stopping a war kind of sets you in your own ballpark.
A little bit.
No, I mean her career's been washed up for a while. If you listen to the news.
Oh well. Okay, so my character is brash. So I think that she would probably sign this thing. So
yeah, won't you sign
looking
a poor
around,
beggar's contract?
Yeah, looking around at all the pretty like pictures on the walls, I'm like, I could be just like them. Yeah, okay. All right. I guess I'll do it.
All right. And he just slides over a pen. And then you start hearing that song from Won't You Shake a Poor Sinner's Hand? I forget which Disney movie that one is. Like I need to sit down and watch that one because that one has great music from what I've seen. But yeah, no, you managed to so do you sign?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, yep. So you sign up and
I won't regret this later.
So after that they manage to he signs off and he sends you down to one of the studios. There's a bodyguard who or the guy who directs you down there, and there's a couple other talents in there, and Laura's in there, and you're immediately set up with like some a sub manager who's immediately trying to like decide outfits and figure out like how you want to represent yourself, and marketing experts. Like you are immediately hit with everything. And you notice that there's actually two main idol groups. It's a male and female group, or it's a male group and a female group, and then it's also separated by like what class year you are. And so while they're setting you up for your debut, which they say will happen. Yes, thank you, Vizon 2012 in chat. The Princess and the Frog. They say that your debut is going to happen in 2 days. You have to keep it secret. Can't go blabbing about yourself being an idol on space Twitter.
Oh damn it!
Gotta wait.
Okay.
But they will have. My friends? Nope, can't tell them. Can't tell anyone unless you're sure they won't spread the news.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
But after that, you will have some work you need to do, photo shoots. In fact, they want you to set up for a photo shoot for your debut, which will happen. Which they'll set that photo shoot up for tomorrow.
I'm gonna need so much coffee. Okay.
But yeah, no, it should be fairly, it's a fairly simple photo shoot.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
Do they tell me? Do they give me like anything to prep? I guess I just show up and
yeah, it'll be show up. Your outfits will be there. It'll be variations of outfits. And while they're going over this, you do feel like there are multiple other eyes on you, and like as you kind of like you're still paying attention, but you're kind of glancing around. You notice that some of the other idols are kind of staring at you, almost like you're fresh meat for the grinder.
No, oh great! I smile at them and wave.
They all smile and wave back, and Laura gives you like the thumbs up, like you got this.
Thanks, Laura.
That was the fire alarm again. But with that, you're eventually able to finish off and get ready to head back to your dorm. And as you do, Jato, now that you've so Jato, I'm gonna ask, are you going to work tonight?
Yes, I can't skip out on my second day of work, so
Mhm.
I want to make a good impression.
All right, so please do mark down your stress as you get there, and you're assigned an outfit.
Oh dear. Here's
Uh,
where it starts.
Here we go.
so in going with that, it's called the Nyan Pai. You are given as you get in there. Carl immediately goes, "All right, which type of cat do you want to be?" And he presents like a tabby kind of like spotted pattern of like browns and oranges, um like a fluffy Maine Coon kind of thing with like mainly focused on gray, or a white cat.
Okay, I guess we'll do the Maine Coon.
All right.
I have the
So yeah, you get like big fluffy ears and like not a maid outfit, well, a partial maid outfit, but more like it's a normal work uniform with like an apron over it, and then a cute fluffy cat tail that just wraps around your waist. It's horticulture powered. It like waves around and wags on its own, and they give you paw mittens.
oh no.
All right. Good luck in on your next shift, which starts now.
I have backup, right?
Why do you think? Why do you think we hired you? We needed backup.
Oh.
And as you turn, the entire place is filled, and you're the only wait staff here.
What am I even doing with my life? As Jato mutters as he goes in for the daily grind, and maybe regrets a few things.
And so you manage to, get through and start working, and it's, it's about what you expect. It's very busy today. You hear a lot of back and forth going on between Ignis, the Spherian in the back, and Carl. And eventually you notice that one of the tables turns back their food to you, and I don't know what it is, but the food's like way too salty. Can we have this remade?
I'll speak with my manager, and I'll do my best to pass it along. But yes, I'll do it.
And so you bring it back, but yeah, so you bring it back, and like Carl's already. Is it too salty?
Yeah, they say it's too salty.
Ignis, you gotta watch out. Your flakes are getting off into the food and making it too salty. Sorry, chef.
Is that something that happens often?
We try to keep it in check, but unfortunately, it's due to her. Well, it's just due to her being a Spherian.
I guess it's a common complaint, but I guess you guys already have a routine down to take care of it. So.
Yep, well, I'll remake it, and Ignis, start working on those salads. Yes, chef. And the work shift goes like normal, but occasionally food gets turned back and has to be remade. But generally, it goes pretty well. You get some tips. Several of the female students ask you to meow for them on camera.
With a very heavy sigh and a sullen face, I will do so.
Oh, come on, you can be like happy and stuff. You're like super cute in that outfit.
Oh, but it's only Tuesday. It's not Friday. It's not the happy day.
Oh. We'll come back Friday then. And
Great. I look forward to it. See you then.
so I have to ask now, Kadirk, are you going back to night classes?
I am, yes.
Alright, so you're heading off to night classes.
Oh, boring. No,
And Marzi, what are you doing tonight?
I think I'm gonna go to Jato's job after this because they said I could come visit. So that's where I'm gonna go when I'm done with my idol duties for the night.
Alright, yep, so eventually Jato, towards the end of the shift when things are dying down, familiar face enters the door. It's Marzi, but Goth Lolita.
Oh, hey there, Marzi. I almost didn't recognize you there.
Oh, I didn't recognize you. Hi, Jato.
Are you, here to sit down and have a drink or two?
Yeah, I like your uniform.
Oh, don't mention it. Really, don't mention it. I do like your outfit though. That's
Oh,
I'm guessing you had a really interesting afternoon.
yeah, I made a new friend and she gave me a makeover.
A makeover, huh? I look at it's a combo idol military. Well, it's you said it was Gothic Lolita / military style uniform, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it seems like are you sure that's all you did? That's
Yeah, that's it. That's
hmm.
it. We went shopping and she took me to her room and she has like a bunch of uniforms and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, you know what we have around here. I suppose if you want to work on a cat girl persona, you you come to the right place.
Do you have any more of that sparkle beer?
Sure. Yeah. I'll take a seat. I'll show you a menu.
Thank
Let me
you.
do so. Otherwise, I guess serve, but like not try to sit down and hang out with Marzi as she does things. But otherwise, um, so are you going to be joining any clubs?
Well, like I said, I did try out. I played volleyball, and I think I might keep doing that. But other than that, I think I'm just gonna be really busy with like just school and volleyball, and I don't know. I probably need to get some more outfits too because I've never really had any before, other than just like what we had to wear. Um, yeah, there's so many possibilities now, and she just kind of like looks around wide-eyed at everything in the bar, like clearly overwhelmed a little bit. What about
Well,
you? Are you said you're just gonna work, right?
that's the idea, but actually, I got a big project coming up with my secondary class. We're supposed to build a protoculture matrix, so I don't know how I'm going to go about doing that, but guess
That
I
sounds
better.
hard.
Well, I guess it's life of an engineer. I mean, it's not arm breaking work, right?
No, but it's okay. Somebody has to do it. I don't think I could do that.
And it's at this point you hear Carl coming through the back. Is that another customer? Have you asked them what they want to eat yet? I want to close up shop here soon.
Yeah, just a few of the glowy beers,
Ah, got it. Couple of Paratonian Wizard brews coming up.
those things. Yes.
And yeah, you're able to go back and grab like a couple of them and bring them out for Marzi. And eventually you hear, shortly after, Carl call out, "Kitchen's closed, don't let anyone else try to order food."
Got it, job boss.
Yeah.
If you wanted to actually work here too, I'm certain actually a Centride goth Lolita girl made uh, cat would actually go down pretty well.
Yeah, I guess I could wear those cute ears. If I ever have time, we'll see. Maybe I'll try it.
Yeah, they're pretty flexible about things. Hey, have you ever met a Spherian before?
No.
Well, they have one named Ignis working in the kitchen, but they seem to have issues with I guess some things go wrong with the food. I'm wondering if I could help them out somehow, but I don't know enough about experience to actually be able to do something about that sort of thing. Was hoping you would know, but maybe I should ask Dirk instead.
Yeah, Kadirk might know.
All right, well, I gotta close up around here, but catch up with you later tonight.
All right, talk to you later.
Take it easy. And I give the moi cue and routine.
I clap. I'm like clapping at that.
And so, as you two end your nightly duties, Jato, remember to mark down your stress from your work. And Kadirk, are you heading back to the Ben Dixon class?
Yes, I am.
So, as you enter, Den Bixen is waiting for you guys, and it's like, all right. So, I already see some of you are either here for sleeping, but I assume some of you have come here to try and dispute the claims that Ben Dixon is alive. So I invite you, try to present your evidence.
So, Ketter kind of looks around to take a tone from the room to see if he's the only one that's like ready to go on disproving these claims, or
Oh yeah, no, you're the only one that's
Yeah.
actually here to do something. The rest are here for free credits.
of course they are. All right, so Ketter is, he kind of like clears his throat and stands up, and he's prepared some slides based on what hard data he's been able to get, and all of this stuff that shows that for this huge area people just got vaporized, and he's gonna pull up what data he could get from the official military record that shows that Ben was actually inside the area that got completely annihilated, and he's got slides and everything, and kind of walks through the hard evidence that he's been able to pull together.
So you start going through the hard evidence you've collected, how Ben Dixon was in the area and he got vaporized, like part of the city did, and chunks of the ships that were there. And he nods and he's going along with it and goes, all right, but how can you prove that he actually died? Because, like all those people in Zentradi's ships, they were vaporized. Nothing left. But that doesn't counter my claim of him becoming the SDF-1 itself.
Ketter's just flabbergasted by this, this claim of him becoming the ship itself. Like,
if you remember from the first day of class, I presented the idea that he survived because he was absorbed through the shield and became the SDF-1. I will say that you've done the bare basic research to figure out what happened to him. So now, I ask you to very carefully continue that line of research, to continue trying to prove me wrong. Of course you can't, but I must still encourage it as a teacher.
Ketter kind of nods, and like he just doesn't have a response to this purely ludicrous request, but he nods, and he's got his thinking face on, and he's gonna he's doing like the Pooh Bear, like bonk against the side of his head. He's gonna come up with something.
So the rest of the class, though, he goes through some other actions that he says Ben Dixon directly had a helping hand in, namely that he was directly involved with the destruction of Dulza as he was part of the ship. But more so than that, he directly covered Rick Hunter from the ship with his robot body that he constructed in the Robotech factories that no one knew of, or that no one had found at the time.
Uh-huh.
On top of that, he continues to go down the rabbit hole saying that it was because of Ben Dixon's actions that the SDF-1 was able to continuously defend people after the Reign of Death. You know, helping form the basis of Macross City, or New Macross City, which in itself became an extension of him. And finally, though, class does end, leaving
Ketterka's, like been just completely, lost in thought into how he might possibly approach this seemingly impossible assignment.
You might have to do some more research into the SDF-1 itself, maybe.
Yes.
But with that, we will actually take a small break here just because another ad's about to start, and I want to start something without people being able to notice. So we'll wait here for 1.5 minutes, starting in 5 seconds. Now.
Okay.
Okay.
I think your microphone's acting up again.
Oh, is it acting up again?
It sounded a little bit echoey. I don't know if
Let's
it's
double
maybe
check.
we switched over.
Check. Check.
I can't say it's getting better. But,
Okay, is this any better? No.
it's about the same, unfortunately.
Check.
Okay.
Okay, this sounds better.
There you go.
Yeah. Stupid headset.
All right. I guess we're taking a little bit of break. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Yep, same. Be right back.
Oh.
Alright, and we are back. So, with that though, all of you have finished your nighttime stuff and you're starting to all head back, and luckily you guys are actually, since you guys are not super far apart, you're actually able to get on the tram to head back towards the dorms together. Kadirk, you're worn out after the logical loopholes you've had to endure.
Yes, I'm just wiped out.
Jato, you're wiped out from physical labor, and I mean, Jezebel, you have, or rather,
Marcy.
yep, Marzi. But yeah, no, so Marzi, you're in there and you have beer.
Yes,
Are you,
exactly.
are you
That's all I
drinking
need.
any of it?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drink it.
Alright, yeah, so you're drinking one and you're like a human disco ball. And
Amazing.
as you guys are all kind of just sitting on the train, eventually, suddenly the power goes out for the area. Like an area-wide power outage.
Huh. That's unusual.
Luckily,
Not
inside the
again.
tram, there is a backup system that says, "Do not be worried. A power failure has happened, but backup systems will be back up and running soon."
Is it just us in this little train compartment?
Yeah, no, it's just you guys. Like, it's just you guys, and yeah, actually, yeah, no, it's just about you guys. It's a little late. Some other people have already headed back to the dorms or to other places.
Edric's not convinced. He's gonna kind of be looking out the windows and stuff for any signs of anything else going on.
Come on, Kidder. There can't be 2 terrorists attack on the 3 of us in
And
less than a
there,
week, right?
Edric's very unconvinced.
But the power outage seems to last for a couple of minutes. Do you guys do anything at that time? As you look out, the entire area is blacked out, by the way.
Sure. But I don't see distant explosions,
No,
flashes
no,
of
no. It
light.
just seemed like there's no
Okay.
alarms or anything. It just seems like a random power outage.
Okay. No, I mean, Kedrick's gonna move around the compartment and just kind of continue to keep an eye out on the exterior windows.
Yep. You don't spot Rinko, at least.
I would.
Which-
Small
Where's that?
blessings.
I mean, that might be because she doesn't want you to see her, but But eventually, after a couple minutes, the power turns back on for the area, and the tram continues its path backwards towards the dorms. Nothing else seems to interrupt it as you guys manage to get there and head back towards your rooms. And that is where we're going to end our session, with the random blackout and guys finally making it back home, having figured out a couple of the clubs you want to go in, and Dirk, you're trying to dispel conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah, the whole time he's pacing around, you can hear him muttering under his breath about
Ben Dixon is dead. I know he is.
part of the ship. My gosh. Yeah.
Well, actually, I guess about the power outage specifically, is I guess the power of of Arcadia, is it maybe run by, is it like privately run, or is it run by the city itself, or is it like kind of a Murtaki Heavy Industries kind of owns half of it anyway sort of situation?
Well, you do know that the station is, or rather, Arcadia itself is powered by a Mark IV reflex furnace, and along with that, it has a Secaton protoculture mix for auxiliary high energy fusion generators. So normally it should be reducing an excess of power,
Okay.
but maybe there was just a maintenance thing in the power systems that they needed to do, or something else. Someone flipped the wrong switch.
Seems
Don't
unlikely.
worry about it.
Ketter is gonna definitely make like a note of the specific time and the duration of the outage in his journal.
So it happened about 11 p.m. Mars Standard Time, or rather Arcadia Standard Time. And you do notice that it lasts for about 7 minutes.
Noted.
But besides that, the power does eventually come back on, and besides that, there was nothing else. And you guys were able to make it back to the dorms without dying horribly from another terrorist attack.
Woohoo!
But with that,
Die another day.
yep, you can always die tomorrow. Hopefully not, though, because I think you guys are enjoying this.
Yeah, this is fun.
But with that, I'm just going to say once again, thank you to the writers, Justin Grolk, Timothy Grolk, and Caleb Spurlock, for once again writing this and designing this as they have. On top of that, this is the last 36 hours to do your pledges for the Robotech Among the Stars Kickstarter. I've linked it in the chat there. We've actually made it to our first 3 stretch goals, which are fold-out maps of a ship deck plan for Void and Fire, the Zentradi Control Zone in South America for the Uprising module, and the map of Arcadia itself. And if we can get up to $130,000 before the last hours are done, we get the full map of the Robotech Empire for Among the Stars.
Woo!
But with that, I am HarukaJunko. I have been the Robotech Master for this. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to my distinguished guests to give their final statements for the night. We will start with Jato.
Hello, I'm Snicket. Just a random Robotech enjoyer. Still loving this through and through. Nice to step into a world that I haven't visited in a long time.
Dirk.
Kadirk, your friendly neighborhood Kabaran, and been having a blast. I'm looking forward to seeing what the next bits of adventure bring here.
And last but not least, Jezebel.
Hi, I'm Jezebel. I am your friendly neighborhood visiting Starfinder person. I also am a Macross stan, but I'm loving this. This is super fun. It's a great time, and I really hope we get some Gothlolita militaries and trotty art at some point. That's all I can say right now. It'll be great.
But with that, I'm going to thank everyone for showing up and hope you guys all have a wonderful night. And we will see you next Thursday. Later, everyone.
Bye.